share the screen. So guys, any issues, any doubts, any questions you have? Any doubts, guys? The security side. No doubts, huh? Yeah, Krishna, you can record. Right, okay, fine. Let me connect to the instance. Right, so in our last class, we discussed about, you can hear me, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you have recording permissions. Satish, are you joined from phone or laptop? Satish? Mobile, it's not possible, Satish. Only for laptop record option is there, okay? Okay, done. Right. Yes. Okay, so we are discussing about the security concepts. So we just discussed how security will work, how Windows authentication will work, how SQL authentication will work, how a Windows login to create, how to create a SQL login, how to create a group login, and all. We discussed all these things in the last class. Okay, so guys, just by looking the name of the logins, can you identify what are the Windows logins, what are the SQL logins, and what are the group logins?
Yes, sir.
What is, like, how you can identify?
Not for the names, sir. We have a logo from here. So one symbol is there, no, sir. That we are already grouped in, sir, SQL DBS. So we have a multiple human symbols like here.
Okay.
Two symbols are there, no, sir.
Okay.
So this is for group and this is for single user.
Okay.
Like that we have to identify.
And single user,
Sir.
what is
Sir, we
Windows
can
login and
identify
SQL
the
login?
icon, sir. We can identify symbol in front
Symbol,
of the
okay.
name.
That's fine. You can identify using symbol, but in that, how can you identify which is group login, which is Windows login? Oh, sorry, forget about group login. Which is Windows login and which is SQL login?
Single login do not have wins or WIN.
Right.
What is that win?
Windows.
Windows means what is that?
Windows
Administration.
authentication.
Windows
No,
authentication.
that's
Windows
wrong.
Install
Don't think in that way.
Windows.
What is that win?
Win is the name of the system, sir.
Very good. Okay.
But in front of that, administrator is also there, so we can identify its administrator account, sir. Windows
Yes.
authentication.
Okay. So if you can see computer name before the login name, those are your Windows logins. Okay. If you can see only single name, right? Only single name, that is your SQL login. Okay. So this Dev and Krishna, you can see only single logins. There is no computer name in front of the name. Okay. So you can treat these logins as SQL logins. And if you can see computer name, okay, Windows win/2F0MGN60333633. This is the computer name. So if you can see the computer name before the login name, that is your Windows login. If you can see only login name, that is your SQL login. If you can see group of people with one server, that is group login. If you can see only one login, one icon here, that is either Windows or SQL login. Again, if it is Windows, computer name will be there in front of the login name. If it is a SQL login, no name will be there, just simply common name will be there. Like who is the person is going to access the server, only that person name will be there. Clear, guys? This is how we are going to identify Windows login, SQL login, and group login. Okay, right? Fine. Right. So now what we can do, guys, can you hear me? Okay, okay. So something
Yes.
happened to my system. Suddenly it was started. Okay, right, fine. No issues. Okay, so let's discuss about another object called server role. So we discussed about logins, right? I'll show you how to give access on a database and all. So just give me some time. Before that, what we can do is let me go with the server roles, or else let me do one thing. Okay, let me explain this logins. Small concept is there again. Let me explain that small concept. So guys, whenever I gave you an access on any database, okay, for example, Dev is there. For Dev, imagine if I gave access to Dev on Amazon database. Okay, so whenever you gave access to any login on any database, remember guys, very important thing, one user will be created for Dev in that database, guys. One user will be created for Dev in that database. Okay, right? So just 1 minute, guys. Something happened to my laptop. Okay, Shankar. Right, you can record Shankar. Again, join from 2 devices. Right. Okay, so this is the diagram, right, that we are following. So let's explain again. Okay. Okay, so remember one thing clearly. So imagine this is your Windows login. Okay, so for this is your Windows login. For Windows login, what is the prerequisite? Windows level user should be there in the either Windows machine level or AD level, right? Clear, right, guys? So
Yes.
based on this user only, we are able to create Windows login. Clear this point, everyone? Agree?
Yes, sir.
If this
Yes,
is
sir.
there, then only we can create this Windows login. If this is not there, we cannot create the Windows login, right?
Right, sir.
Right. So there is a dependency for this login. This is going to depends on the Windows user. Either you are going to create this Windows user in the machine level or AD level, that's fine. But usually AD level users only will be there. Okay, machine level users won't be there. Why? Because what is the challenge? If machine level user you have to follow, every machine you have to keep creating the users, which is not good. In the AD level, once you create the user, you can use the same user in all the servers in that AD. Okay, fine. So imagine this is a Windows user and this is a Windows login. If there is no Windows user, you cannot create Windows login. Right, fine. So now imagine this login, imagine this is Dev. Okay, this login is accessing this database. Okay, this login is accessing this database. Okay, as per the SQL Server architecture. Remember, guys, login can never enter into the database, guys. As per the SQL Server architecture, login can never enter into the database. Login cannot enter into the database, guys. On behalf of this login, a user will be created. Say, for example, this is Dev, right? Dev wants to access this database. Okay. So if I gave access Dev on this database, okay, still Dev directly cannot log in inside the database. Okay, Dev cannot jump inside the database to work. On behalf of Dev, one user will be created in the database. Remember, guys, very important. This is very important topic. On behalf of Dev, one user will be created for Dev. He is going to help Dev. Dev wants to read the data on behalf of Dev. This is also Dev only. Okay, how you can see for Windows user, we have created Windows login on the name of Dev. For Windows login, once you gave access on any database, then only the login can connect to the database. Okay, but login cannot enter into the database. On behalf of this login, whenever you gave access on any database to this login, in that particular database, a user will be created with the same name of login. Clear or not? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
This is the architecture. Okay, so if there is no user for Dev, imagine I gave access to Dev on Amazon database. Small Dev is created in the Amazon database. Okay, but unfortunately, somebody deletes this data, this user, not database, this user. Someone deleted this Dev user by mistake. Someone deleted this Dev user. So even though Dev login is there, as there is no helper for Dev in the database, Dev cannot connect to the database. Clear, everyone? This concept is there for every login. Okay, Windows login, SQL login, both are same. Okay, imagine this is SQL login. Imagine this login is having access on this database. Once you gave access on this database, what this is called user, guys. Okay, see, this is Windows user, this is Windows login, this is SQL database level user. The name is going to be changed. This is SQL log. This is for this. Actually, this is not a user, nothing like that. This is directly a SQL login. Okay. For SQL login, no prerequisite is needed, right? So this is SQL login, and once you gave access, okay, SQL user will be created in the database. SQL user will be created in the database. For SQL login, for Windows login, the same structure is same. Don't confuse here. Okay. So on behalf of this particular login, a user is going to be created with the same name of login. In case if you want, you can change the name of user, but by default, it will create with the same name of login with login name only. Why? Because you can easily identify, okay, this Dev user belongs to Dev login. If imagine for Dev login, you gave different name Mahesh. For user, what people will think, okay, for Dev login, Mahesh user is there. They won't think like that. Okay, for Dev login, there is no Dev user like that. They are going to think and they are going to start troubleshooting it. You can change this name while giving access on the database, but usually it is not recommended. It's not good practice to change the name of the user. By default, it will come as your login name only. Clear, guys? Everyone? Any
Yes.
issues, any doubts here? So where I can see the users, okay, if you want to go to the database, if you see the database there, if you expand any database, there one more security will be there, guys. For each database, one more security will be there. This is offline, right? Let me bring it online. Right click, tasks, bring online. Okay, fine. So if you expand this database, okay, again one more security. This is database level security, guys. This is your server level security. And if you expand the database, you can see one more security there. If you expand it, you can see the users. Okay, here you should be part of this particular list. By default, when you create any database, these users will come. Default users will come. DBO, guest information schema, sys. By default, these people will come. 4 people will come. Okay. If you see here a red mark, that means the user is disabled. If there is no red mark, that is enabled. Okay, if you see here red mark, these 3 users are disabled state, and you can see one user is in enabled state. Right? Fine. So let me give access. How to give access to any login on any database, guys? Okay. Only the way of connecting is different when compared to SQL login and Windows login. Okay. There is no extra features to SQL login and Windows login. Both will behave same only. There is zero extra features from Windows login to SQL login. Only the way how you are connecting is different. That's it. Features wise, there is no difference. Okay, fine. So in case I want to give, say for example, imagine, let's go with the Dev, small name, right? Let's connect as a Dev. As it is SQL login, I have to choose SQL Server authentication, name came 123 password. I am just using connect button so I can connect, right? Now see here, guys, tell me, I can expand this database, right? Right? I can expand this database. I can see the tables and all, right? Agree or not? Agree?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. Very good. Okay. But they cannot expand the database. Why?
Because they don't have access, sir.
Very good.
Already.
Excellent. They don't have access. They by default can connect to the server. We did not give any permissions to Dev till now. He can only connect to the server. He cannot do anything, guys. Okay, see here. If you see the security, how many logins you can see? Almost all 10 to 15 logins are there, right? But if you go to the security, if you expand logins, okay, how many logins are there? Why the login list is different than that this connection? See, this and this are same servers. I am connected as administrator to this server. I'm connected as a Dev to this server. This is having full rights. This doesn't have full rights. Okay. Here you can see all the logins, but here you can see only 2 logins. Why?
Because we are using SQL Server.
Particular name. I mean,
Yes.
Dev.
Dev
SQL
doesn't
Server
have permissions to see the
Permissions.
logins list also. Don't think,
is not
as discussed earlier, don't think these are 2 different servers. You can see server name is same. There is no difference in the server name. Okay, both are same only. This is administrator connection, which is having full rights. This is Dev connection, which is having 0 rights. Dev, as of now, nothing he has. Only he can connect to a SQL server. That's why Dev even cannot see login list also. Logins list also he cannot see. He can only see his login, and he can see SA login, sysadmin login. He cannot see other logins. Clear, guys?
Sir.
Okay. So let me go to security. Let me give access to Dev. See, guys, when you can give money to others, if you have money, then only you can give, right? If you don't
Yes.
have money, how can you give money to others? Right?
Right.
So if I have permissions, then only I can give my permissions to others. If I don't have permissions, I cannot give, right? Now they don't have any permissions, they cannot give access to anyone. But I am the administrator, I have a lot of permissions. I can give access to anyone. Okay, so as an administrator, I'm giving access. Double click on Dev. How to give access on any database to any login. Go to user
Server.
mapping. Select which database you want to give access. See here, I told you, right? Automatically one user will be created. The name of the user is Dev, same as the login. Okay. Default schema, you can mention it as DBO. By default, it is a default schema. Right? Forget about all these things. I'll explain. I'm just clicking OK. Right? Now, Dev can connect to Amazon database. Earlier, Dev doesn't have permissions. Okay. Now, Dev got connect permission to Amazon database. So now if you expand Amazon, now Dev can expand, okay, Amazon database. And if you see here, but still Dev doesn't have full permissions. Why? Because see here in the databases, if you expand database, you can see 2 tables, colors, employee, okay, for the administrator connection. But for Dev connection, he cannot see any tables. Why?
We don't have a full permission.
Because we
Yes.
don't give any access
He
to
is not an
Dev.
authorized permission. Yeah, we did not give full permissions to Dev. Earlier, see here, there is no users, like only 4 users are there, right? Earlier, right? Only 4 users are there, right? Now see Dev user is added. As I gave access to Dev on Amazon database, Dev user is created automatically. See here, but you don't find this user in the batch 40. Okay, batch 40 security users, you don't find it. Why you don't find this user, Dev?
We are giving only particular database.
Very good.
Only, sir.
Dev is having access only on Amazon database. So we gave access to Dev on Amazon database, so automatically Dev user is created. We don't give access to batch 40, so there is no user created in the batch 40. He cannot access batch 40. You can see here. Okay, let me access batch 40. You'll still get the error like this. Clear, guys? Now, whenever you give access to any login on any database on behalf of login, one user will be created in the database. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now tell me how many maximum users I can create for one login.
3,000,
32767.
Very good. Okay, so each database for Dev, if Dev wants to access all the databases, imagine maximum databases are 32,767 database. Okay, Dev wants to access all the databases, then I have to give access to Dev on all the database. In each database, one Dev will be created. Okay, if you see here, in each database, one Dev will be created. If I gave access to Dev on, okay, if I gave access to Dev on this Amazon database, okay, batch 40 database, again one more Dev will be created. Like that, for one login, how many databases you are giving access, that many users will be created. If you are giving access to 100 databases, 100 devs will be created. If you are giving access to 1000 databases, 1000 devs will be created. In each database, one dev will be created. Clear, guys? So for 32,767 databases, maximum 32,767 users will be created. Clear, everyone, guys? Any issues, any doubts?
No, sir.
Right? So you have to remember one point here. This is your children, okay? Parent, grandparent. Remember this relationship. Child or children, multiple users are there, that is children. Only single user is there, child. Child, parent, grandparent. If you remove the child, okay, login doesn't work. If you remove the parent, user doesn't work. If you remove the user, login doesn't work. If you remove the user, your user database level user also doesn't work. If you remove anything from this structure, nothing will work for Dev. He cannot access for that particular database. Remaining, if he has access, he can. But if the Dev login itself deleted, all 32,767 users will become, for example, if there is no parent, how we can call the people, children, those children, how we can call them if there are no parents?
Orphan children, sir.
Orphan. Okay, so in the same way, if I remove this login, whoever there on behalf of this login, all these people will become orphans. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Everyone? So very important, orphans, how to fix orphan users and all. Okay, so sometimes you'll get the interview question and sometimes we'll regularly get the issue in the organization. So fixing orphan users and all, very important. Okay, not a great deal, you can learn easily. So this is how they are going to be generated. If any login is deleted, associated users will become orphans, guys. If you deleted one login, imagine this login is having access on 100 databases. So in each database, one user is created, 100 databases, 100 users are created. But simply if someone deleted this login, all 100 people will become orphans, guys. Agree? Clear? Anyone? Anyone having any issues, guys?
Clear, sir. Very good.
Okay, fine. Just 1 minute.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah,
Actually,
ask, yeah.
have installed VMware from Google downloads, sir. Actually, I have installed. It is showing that non-commercial use only. What's mean by that? I have to get any pro version of that or anything.
Non-commercial means, see, you are not using for any organization purpose, right? You are using for learning purpose, right? That is
Yes,
called
sir.
non-commercial. If you are using for organization, that is called commercial. You are not using your
Means
software in commercial way.
am I able to use every
You can use
feature?
each and every feature,
Have
no
any
problem. No, 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 no,
any
not an issue.
restrictions?
No, no. You can use
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Actually,
I'm not
user.
sure why you are getting that option, but usually if you download it properly, you don't get that option. Okay.
Okay, sir. If you have any link, can you please send me
I have
on
already
WhatsApp?
shared with you links and all. You can use those links.
VMware.
Not
In that,
VMware,
I
VirtualBox.
am asking about VMware, sir.
VMware we don't use. See, that is
Ah.
completely different environment. Okay. So in
Mm.
case if you have good knowledge in the VMware, you can continue. Okay. But
I don't have. Just
then
I
you can
want.
go with Oracle
No.
VirtualBox only, right? Why you are going with
Yeah, I am
VMware?
doing. I am doing in Oracle VirtualBox only everything what you are saying.
Okay.
But yesterday I have seen in one video like VMware is going to use mostly in companies, organizations like
See,
that.
whatever it is, that is different. Okay. So
Okay.
forget about whatever it is. See, even though that is VMware, in our previous classes we have
Okay.
discussed whether it is
Okay.
VMware or VirtualBox or Hyper-V, that doesn't matter to us. What matter to us? Tell me. At the end of the day, server should be available.
Yes,
Anyhow,
yes.
even though that is VMware, even though that is Oracle VirtualBox, you can't even see the console also, guys, in your lifetime. Even though that is VMware or VirtualBox or Hyper-V, you can't even see the console also.
Yes.
As a DBAs, whether servers are available or not, that is important for us.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so again, organization, yes, VMware only will use. I told you in the beginning classes, okay, 60%, 60-65% VMware only they are going to use. But what is the challenge with the VMware? For us, it will take a lot of resources, lot of hard disk, lot of memory, so which is not good. So that's why we are using a
Okay.
lightweight process, that is Oracle VirtualBox. That is lightweight. You can start the machine with 512 MB RAM also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so forget about it. Whether they are, of course, in the organization they will use VMware only, but that doesn't matter to us. At the end of the day, server is available or not. Okay,
Okay.
that will be taken care by the VMware team. Sorry for that, guys. Any issues, any doubts, please?
No, sir.
Okay, right. So let's jump into this. Okay, so now you can see, right? Dev can access the database. So depends upon the access, depends upon the work. Imagine if Dev is a developer, if he wants to access only one database, we'll give access to only one database. If he wants to access multiple database, whatever database he wants to access, we'll select all the database here. He want to get full control on the server, then go to server roles. Then you have to assign a sysadmin here. Okay, if Dev is sysadmin, see here, see the magic. Okay, now they can do anything in the server level, guys. Okay, how much administrator is having permissions, in the same way now Dev also will have permissions. See here, earlier Dev can't see one component called SQL Server Agent. Dev can see this component here.
No, sir.
No, why? Because Dev doesn't have permissions earlier. Now refresh it. I gave sysadmin to Dev. Now he can see everything. See here, agent. And if you expand databases, he can expand every database. He can see all the tables and he can do whatever he wants. In case he want to restart the server, he can restart the server. He want to delete anything, he can delete. Security, earlier you can see 2 logins. They want SCA. Now you can see all the logins. Now Dev is having full permissions.
Full permission in the sense, can
Full
he
permissions
give the
in the sense,
permission to others?
yes, he can give
Can he give?
permissions. He can give permissions to others also.
Means he is now
Sysadmin can give permissions to others also. Now Dev can give permissions to Krishna. Dev can give same permissions to Krishna as Dev is sysadmin. Again, Dev can give same sysadmin permission to Krishna. Simply, you will log in as Dev, right? This is Dev console, right? To which login you want to give access? Double click on the login and go to server roles like how I gave now. In the same way, he will select sysadmin and he will click OK. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me remove permissions to Dev. Okay, let me remove. Same again, double click on Dev. You cannot remove, okay, by your own. Dev cannot remove his own permissions. In the same way, Dev cannot get his own permissions as administrator. Someone who is having access, they only has to give access to Dev. I told you that if you have money, then only you can give it to others. If you don't have money, you cannot claim that you have money.
Yes, sir.
Right? So in the same way, Dev cannot get his own permissions. One administrator has to give permissions to him. Those who is having same kind of permissions, he can give same kind of permissions to others also. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So let's go like this. Okay. So as now we discussed it right now, how a login can access database and all, how user will be created and all we discussed. Okay. That's fine. So now let's discuss this. Okay. One of the object called server roles, guys. Server roles. What is this server roles? Not so important, but it's good to have some knowledge. Okay. We don't discuss very deeply. We'll discuss at least in a basic way. Right. So what is meant by role, guys? What is a role? First of all, what is meant by role?
Means responsibility.
Very good.
To
Okay. Role means
perform.
a collection of what you can say work or else
Functions
whatever
and
it is. Yes, collection of
functions
functions.
and
Right. Okay. Role is nothing but collection of functions that you have to perform.